Okay, so we're looking at living by faith, walking by faith, through the words of 1 Corinthians chapter 13. And without faith, it's just living, not justified living, not even morally living. It's simply only living. If you want to use the terminology, go ahead. It's going through the motions. Without faith, it is impossible to please God. And whatever is not done in faith is a sin. And so what Paul speaks of in these first 4 verses, yes, and speaking of love, but as love as a fruit of faith. And so without faith, you're only living. Even though you speak with tongues of men and of angels, even though you could study every single known language on the earth, and even though you might converse with angels, but you don't have faith, you're just a sounding brass and a clanging cymbal, and that's easy to see, isn't it? In the world, in the philosophies of the world, how they clang and clamor over this or that, and the next day they sound the cymbal and clang and clamor again about this, and 10 years down the road it changes to something else. Because they don't have the basis of faith. So in our lives, as believers, without faith, the things that we do mean nothing. Gift of prophecy. See far into the future. Without faith, big deal. It's just living. And isn't verse 3 of 1 Corinthians so timely? And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, but have not love, it profits me nothing. Have not faith. You're not doing it from faith. So what? So what? It's all show. It's all smoke and mirrors. It means nothing. You know, it's something that you and I really, all of us, need to stop and think about and think deeply. Because, you know, there's so much, you gotta feed the poor, you gotta feed the poor. If you're doing it apart from faith, you're doing it for selfish reasons, aren't you? You know, Jesus, and talking again about the Pharisees, you know, and they standing on the street corners with their long prayers, you know, big demonstrations, and they go around and they demonstrate just how great their fastings are and how miserable they are. Oh my Lord, I'm so sorry. And what does Jesus also say? They give their alms, feeding the poor, making a display of it. And he says, they have their reward. They get the praise from men, but they aren't getting it from God the Father. Without faith, it is impossible to please God. How important is faith, and how important is learning to walk through this life by faith, and in faith, and in trust in the Almighty God. Otherwise, you're just going through the motions, and it's an empty, vain life. Lord, I believe. Help my unbelief. Lord, increase my faith. And the only way you're going to increase your faith is to put your nose into the Bible and simply read it and let it speak to you. Let the Bible speak to you.